controversial extradition bill, which sparked months of violent protests in Hong Kong, has been formally withdrawn. The legislation would have allowed criminal suspects to be extradited to mainland China. Mass demonstrations against the bill sparked a wider pro-democracy movement that has spiralled, of course, into the worst crisis for Hong Kong since it was handed back by Britain to China more than 20 years ago. Let's get more on this and talk to our correspondent Jonathan Head, who joins me live now from Hong Kong. Jonathan, we knew that this bill was going to be withdrawn. Will its formal withdrawal make any difference to protesters, do you think?
No, very little. Timing, of course, is everything. Had this been withdrawn perhaps 4 months ago, it might have made a very big difference. Back then, that was the spark that set off the protest. But of course, there were very large numbers of underlying grievances which have really come to the fore. The 5 demands, as the protest movement describes it, including, crucially, what they want is a full universal suffrage, a fully elected assembly and leadership for Hong Kong. So their demands have gone well beyond it.
There's a bigger lesson for us, because this protest shows us the example of what peaceful protest could do, what peace could do when you have, yes, civil disobedience, right, but in a peaceful manner. Let's keep on seeing the video. But so they didn't resort to violence. No violence. Just play the video while I talk. Their own position and in their own beliefs, and they are convinced about what they want. They are convinced about what they want, and they demanding for it, and they are very strong and firm in their position. And their position is such that we will not give up until we get what we want. And almighty China had to give up. Almighty China, because that whole thing, the claps down that was going on, was all dictated from China. It is the head of state over there is representing the government of China. Yeah, even the parliament is a lot of people there are representing the interest of China, and they could not stop the people who are determined to carry out their agenda, their determination, and their purpose. But this is a bit different from the kind of revolution now, agitation that we had in Nigeria recently, where people try to change the government through revolution. Yeah, now we could use the word revolution. The problem is not with the word. The problem is with your goal and with your motives. So this particular protest reminds me of the revolution that we had here in Ukraine. It's called Orange Revolution. And even though it was also mass protest and civil disobedience, but it was not aimed to be violent. So there was no violence, and there was a democratic change of government in Ukraine, but not through violent coup like these people, like the people in Nigeria were talking about. So there is a big difference between peaceful protest and violence and disobedience and riots. Okay, see here, you see that the government is really hard against the people. The government is trying to disperse them, using tear gas on them and all that. But the people are so organized and peaceful that they did not really fight the government or the police, or they were not violent about it. And more so, even after the protests are finished, what I heard, okay, thank you with that. What I heard and I learned, and I think it was broadcasted all over the world, is that these protesters will go back to the streets. Even after their protests are finished, they will go and clean the place and go and clean the site of the protest and remove the bottles and the dirt and everything and keep their city clean. This is what these people have taught us, and the fact that peace can attain results. Peace is not weakness. Peace is not for people who don't have any other options. Peace is a choice, and peace is the ultimate victory. Peace can always lead to victory if we are persistent in what you want, and if you know your position and you stand on it. And then if you are for peace and order and law and order, you don't want to break the law, you want to maintain order, like they did, cleaning the whole place, obeying the law of the land, but they still got the result that they wanted. It's because violence doesn't really do much, but violence brings about destruction. But peaceful disobedience, knowing what you want, demanding for your right, but in a peaceful way, could also bring about results. So for those people in Africa, in Nigeria, who want to overthrow their government, who want to kill all the presidents and the people. You know, there are lessons from history. Let's learn how to attain our goals, even to change the government, but in a peaceful manner and in a democratic manner. So I hope this little lesson from Hong Kong could be of benefit to a lot of nations. Peace.
Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now, we need to spread this word and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number 2, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number 3, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number 4, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad. Just write what you feel. Number 5, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much.